All right, so for the thoracic wrap, first thing that we want to pay attention to is that your feet are staying together. When you're laying over whatever device you're laying over the top of, when you're doing it for a lengthy amount of time, it can get hard and kind of annoying keeping those feet together. So don't be afraid to wrap a band around your feet or something like that to help keep them together. It's a very important part of the stretch. Also, I want to make sure that your arms are over your head and that your elbows are locked out as much as possible. If you struggle kind of relaxing them down, obviously you're someone that's going to benefit from this a lot, but if you are, you can use a bar or a kettlebell or something like that to help it. Whatever device you're laying over the top of, and I got a couple different devices to show you here, but I want you to have, for the most part, the highest point right in the middle of your back. That's going to help us get a stretch on the entire back. Obviously, if you feel a little tighter, a little lower, a little higher, a lot of people are a little higher, then you can kind of do it in different positions, on different sets of the indicated time and protocol that we're using or that you're using as well. But it's called a thoracic wrap because that's what I want you to think about. I want you to think about your trying to wrap your back around the device as much as possible. So this here is probably the ideal device because it's exactly what it's made for. It's called a Back Magic. You can get it on Amazon. It's pretty cheap, but as you can see, it's adjustable. So I can make it higher and I can make it lower. Okay. Very important that you're working at your level. So if you're trying to get on the highest one, or all you have is a foam roller, especially if you're in need of a lot of this stretch, this is probably going to be too aggressive for you. So the goal is whatever device that you're using, I want you to be able to keep your butt and your shoulders on the floor. So that may be something as little and as soft as an ab mat to start with. And then you're slowly going to work up in height and solidity of surface. This is the goal. This is the gold standard. If you can relax your butt and your hips, your butt and your shoulders to the floor on this device, then you're pretty well good to go, and you're basically using it as a warm-up as opposed to opening range of motion. So get your sets in. Remember, feet together. Right in the middle of your back. You can go up and down as needed. Arms above, elbows locked. And try to relax as much as possible. Okay. One other key to knowing if it's too aggressive for you beyond the range of motion is if you're able to actually breathe enough to slowly relax into it. A lot of times I'll have someone try to count to 3. If you can only give me basically a whisper or no words at all, then think about using something less aggressive.